Okay folks, welcome back. This is going to be my 4-year review of the Honda GVC Husqvarna Easy Start lawnmower. It is 160cc motor. It also has a side discharge, mulching feature, and bagger air choke system right here. This is the air choke right here, so there's no need for priming. On the Husqvarna frame, this is the rear-wheel drive version, not the all-wheel drive version, so the tires don't lock up on you as much as if you were on a hill. It's got a 7 horsepower motor, very powerful. I used to have a Troy-Bilt with a 6 horsepower motor, 6 and 0 horsepower motor a while back that had a Briggs & Stratton on it. It worked great, but I didn't like the plastic carburetors they come with them. So I got this one instead, and this has been 3 or 4 years I've had this thing, and it runs great. It has the auto walk behind feature, which is great. It's very reminiscent to the Honda push mowers auto walk feature. Very crisp, very smooth. The tires do lock up on you on the hill sometimes when you go uphill, but it's not as bad as the all-wheel drive. I've had the all-wheel drive Husqvarna with the Honda. I didn't really like it very well, because when it locked up on you on the hill, it would, be hard to push forwards and then pull backwards, and it kind of slides off the hill. I didn't like it for that, but this one here doesn't have too much lockup in the tires. It has the auto adjustment for the cutting. All you have to do is just do it one time right here, and that's it. You ain't got to mess with the ones in the front tires like a lot of the Murrays or the, so you adjust your height of your cut right here with just one knob, and basically it goes up to 1 inch, 3 inch, 4 inch, 5 inch, 6 inch, 8 inch cut. So you can, regulate how you want to cut your grass. Right here is the side. Right here is the side discharge right here. Works pretty good. It's been chewed up over the years. And it has a locking mechanism right here to lock this closed, so you could use the mulcher. But over here in the back, right here is where the magic happens with the mulcher. That closes the bagger edge off. That way there's no grass floating through there. Sometimes, right here is the side ejector, the side discharger. It works pretty good, but I come to find sometimes it doesn't like to stay in there too much, and it just falls off when you're using it all the time, which will wear these little, these little divots here that holds it into place out sometimes, and then you'll have to buy another one. I really don't like that feature, so I usually just take the bolts off of this right here and just let it run completely through the side discharger. I'll just put it back on if I want to mulch, so that's an option. But the locking mechanism on it after 3 years doesn't really work very well. It's kind of seized up, so I have to spray some oil on that, because it's probably needs some oil. But overall, the performance of this Honda motor on this baby is great. It's when you turn this on, it's a Honda, just from starting it. It works better, I think, than a Briggs & Stratton and a Kohler. I think Kohlers are a horrible engine. They're just, a clone of the Honda, which basically they bought out the Tecumseh, so they had the monopoly on the Tecumseh design, which Kohler is a completely crappy motor system. The Hondas and the Briggs & Strattons are the best. When you got this thing started and you're going up the hill with it and cutting grass, you got a good lawnmower. The frame on this is all steel, so it's a really good frame on this lawnmower. It's really sturdy. It's not aluminum. It's really thick-walled steel. It's made in Sweden. It's a good Swedish lawnmower. It's well made. There's no malfunction in the throttle cables or the walk-behind cables. It just works great. It's an all-around good designed rear-wheel drive lawnmower, and I highly recommend it to anybody. If you're just using it for a small business or you just want to use it residential, I recommend it for both. It just works great. I've cut through, I don't know, 2 feet of grass with this thing, and it didn't even stall it. You know, with the side discharger on it, it didn't even stall. So, you know, this motor is a lot more powerful than your little crappy MTD, 4.0 horsepower motors. This is a really rock solid performing lawnmower. It also has this fuel line disconnect, which makes it great for working on the carburetor. So you can close off the fuel and you won't need to have to clamp the fuel line down if you have to take the carburetor off to work on it for some reason. This lawnmower just screams quality. Everything about it is just rock solid. The Honda on it is just excellent. And I think it's a great competitor to the Honda lawnmowers themselves. It's got a great mulching blade on it. It mulches great. I've used it for mulching. I've used it for bagging. I bag the leaves. But this time of year, I'm basically got it winterized, so I ain't got to use it for the winter though. But this is just my overall review on the Husqvarna Easy Start GVC160cc motor of Husqvarna that I own. I've had it for 3 years. It works great. It sucks leaves good. It discharges great. It cuts consistently. It cut a lot better than my old Troy built 7.1 horsepower rear wheel drive that I used to have, that I gave to my stepfather when he moved. It just performs a lot better, and it's held up 4 years really well. It's survived many winter, being cold stored, and I got nothing bad to say about it. It's a great little push mower, and I highly recommend it to anybody. So if you see one and you've been thinking about it, I've had zero issue with it. So folks, if you like this video on this review of the Honda Husqvarna rear wheel drive GCV walk behind 160cc Honda motor review, please hit the like and subscribe and tell me what you think. And y'all know what y'all could do. This has been your old pal Hondo from Hillbilly Tactical. And you put God first, He puts you first every time. And you know what else, YouTube? God loves you, so does Hondo. Peace out.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face. Tell me that you love me, even if it's fake.